Hello, readers. I was wondering something. Have you been noticing that the big books that we're reading together are filled with sight words? Give me a connection if you've been noticing that. Have you been noticing that the books that you're reading at home are filled with sight words? Well, all of the books that we are going to read this year are going to have lots of sight words in them. And knowing our sight words helps us to become better readers. So today we're going to reread our story, We Like Fruit, and I want you to be thinking about all of the sight words that you see in this book. When we know our sight words, it helps us to be able to read those words in a snap, to read them quickly. Let's look at the first page of our story today. Do you see any sight words on the first page of our story? Shout out to me a word that you can read in a snap. Today, as we're rereading our big book, can you join in with me? Let's try it together. We go to the store. I like apples and oranges. Let's look at these next two pages. Do you see a word that you can read in a snap? Shout it out to me. Join me, let's read together. I like oranges and pears. I like pears and peaches. Look closely at our next two pages. Do you notice a word that you can read in a snap? I bet some of you are shouting out the word like. See if you can find that word like with your eyes. Did someone shout out the word and? See if you can find and with your eyes. Now let's read together. I like peaches and bananas. I like bananas and strawberries. We like fruit. So readers, I want to tell you something that happened to me yesterday. Yesterday, I was playing in my backyard with my daughter Annabelle, and she looked over at one of our bushes and she got really excited because there was a flower that was still growing on one of the bushes. And she ran over to the bush and she yelled out, "Mommy, Mommy, I can see the red rose." And there was a rose like this one, just one, that was still growing on the bush. So I thought today we could practice writing that sentence together, because that sentence that she exclaimed has a lot of our sight words in it. So I'd like you to pause the video for a minute. Can you grab a piece of paper and something to write with? You can get a marker or a pencil or a pen, and can you bring it back and we'll get started. Okay, so that sentence that we're gonna write together today is, I can see the red rose. Can you say that one more time with me? I can see the red rose. Let's see how many words are in that sentence. Can you hold up your hand? We're going to say the sentence and we're going to touch our finger each time we say a new word. Try it with me. I can see the red rose. I needed to grab a finger from this hand. How many words in our sentence? 6. Our sentence is going to have 6 words today. A lot of the words in our sentence are snap words. So when we write our snap words, we're going to close our eyes. We're going to try and picture that snap word in our mind, and then we're going to write it on our paper. So let's try the first word in our sentence, I. Every time we write that word I by itself, we always use a capital letter. We're also going to use a capital letter because it's the beginning of our sentence. Can you write that snap word I in a snap? Close your eyes, picture that sight word in your mind, and let's add it to our sentence. I. All right, let's reread. I can. Give me a thumbs up if you know what the word can starts with. Picture that word can in your mind. Can you say the letters out loud with me in that sight word? Can. C-A-N. Can. Let's add that sight word next in our sentence. C-A-N. Let's reread. I can see. Picture that sight word see in your mind. Let's spell it. See. S-E-E. I'm going to take my finger and put a little finger on my paper right next to the word can because I'm writing a new word. So my finger is going to help me to make a space here. Let's write that word see. S-E-E. Let's reread. I can see the. Close your eyes. Picture that word in your mind. The. Can you see it? Can you spell it? Let's try it. The. T-H-E. The. Let's add it to our paper. Can you take your finger, make a little space? T-H-E. Reread with me. I can see the red. Let's picture that word in our mind. We can also say that word slowly and listen for the sounds we hear. Red. Red. Picture it in your mind. Let's say those sounds we hear. What do you hear at the beginning of red? That letter R says Let's say it again. Oh, like ed. E. Red. D. Oh, like dog. D. Can you reread? I can see the red rose. We're at the last word in our sentence. Let's say that word rose slowly. O's. Rose. What do you hear at the beginning? Rose. Oh, it sounds like red. Red and rose. They both start with R. Leave a little space. O. I hear that O saying its name. Rose. Like snake, that S. At the end of rose, there's a silent E, and we'll learn about that another day, but you can add an E on your paper. Rose. Rose is the last word in our sentence, so I need a special mark that tells me that my sentence is over. Do you remember what that's called? We're going to add a period at the end, and I have a song I love to sing whenever I'm finishing a sentence. A period is just a little dot. A period is just a little dot. A period tells us that our sentence has ended. A period is just a little dot. Boys and girls, let's reread our sentence that we just wrote together. Can you help me? Can you point on your paper? I can see the red rose. Now, if you have a pair of scissors nearby, or if you have a grown-up who has a pair of scissors, you can take your sentence and you can cut it apart. This is an activity that I love to do at center time at school. It's always fun after we've written one of our sentences to cut them up, to mix all of those words around, and then to see if we can reread our sight words and see if we can put them back in order. So as I hold up one of the sight words, can you read it to me? And then we'll put it mixed up on our chart. The. Red. I. Can. See. And then this one was not our sight word, but do you remember what that word was? Rose. So we are going to build our sentence again. I can see the red rose. All right, where's that first word I need? Can you shout it out to me? Where is it? Do you see it? You got it. I. What do I need next? I can. I can see. Tell me to stop when my finger gets close to it on the pocket chart. Where's that word see? You got it. I can see the. Where's the word the? Do you see it? Tell me to stop. You got it. Oh, I'm running out of space. I need to move my sentence down a little bit. I can see the red. Which one is red? Did you hear that D sound at the end? I can see the red rose. So boys and girls, when you're reading at home, see if you can find some of those snap words in your own stories. And when we can see sight words and snap words in our books, it helps us to become better readers and to read those words in a snap. Have a great day.